My name is Moyo for ZBN News. We're live at the Zimbabwean embassy at the vigil, and I'm joined by human rights activist
Innocent Chitiki.
All right, Mr. Innocent, why are you here?
Well, basically I'm here to raise awareness of the situation back home. The media doesn't portray the real situation there. We have abductions still happening, especially to those who are supporters of the opposition party, which is the MDC. We have politically motivated violence, especially in the rural areas, especially those places who were former strongholds of ZANU-PF, who were taken by MDC after the 2008 elections. And basically, it has been my passion to educate those who don't know the real situation of the politics in Zimbabwe.
With Robert Mugabe obviously standing and still saying he will not go, do you think that, what do you think needs to be done? Do you think coming to the vigil, what are you hoping to achieve rather by coming to the vigil?
Well, by coming to the vigil, we are hoping to put pressure on ZANU-PF in particular, rather ZANU-PF in general, and Robert Mugabe in particular. Because by coming to the vigil, it's at the Zimbabwe embassy. They wouldn't want to have this published in the media of people singing, chanting, writing these things about their criminal acts. They wouldn't want this to be published in the international media. And we're also hoping that the international media, the international community will see what the real situation is back home.
Okay, so how long have you been coming to the vigil?
Well, I've been coming to the vigil consistently, I can say, for the last 4 months. But I've been coming on and off since the vigil was formed from 2002.
So you've decided now to come in full force to make your voice heard.
Exactly.
Okay, and you forever be coming here until?
Definitely until free and fair elections are held in Zimbabwe.
Okay. Now talking about the free and fair about the elections in Zimbabwe, they are coming soon, and Tendai Biti has warned that there's going to be a bloodbath in Zimbabwe if elections are held on the current grounds. So what are your views on that?
The current situation in Zimbabwe is not conducive for elections. If elections are held, well, definitely we have heard of troops being deployed in those areas that are MDC strongholds, in those areas that were former ZANU-PF strongholds and were taken by MDC. And the real reason why the troops are there is to intimidate people into voting for ZANU-PF.
In that current situation, already there are reports that the voters' roll is obviously not in good shape. People who are dead are still on the voters' roll. People who are underage, who are not even eligible to vote, are registered on the voters' roll, are being registered on the voters' roll. What are your views on that?
Definitely, the voting roll is in shambles. I've read of someone who is 120 years and still on the voters' roll, and that's an unrealistic age for someone to be that old, especially in Zimbabwe.
My grandmother is still on the voters' roll.
And
she's over 100. She died a long time ago.
See, so it's in shambles. I mean, voting and winning the election won't be a problem to MDC. But will ZANU-PF accept the results of the elections? That's another thing.
Well, there's been a unity government since the last elections, and it does not seem to be working. It's obviously not working. Or rather, is that your views? Is it working?
Definitely not working. That unity government was just a marriage of convenience. It was just a marriage of convenience, or well, it served Mugabe's interest of getting back into power by backdoor, and we have seen this scenario repeating itself in Africa. It started in Kenya, Zimbabwe. Now Ivory Coast is almost going the same way. So basically the new unity government legitimized Mugabe's rule. Lost that election.
With Tsvangirai being in the unity government, do you think he still holds any power? Do you think he will stamp, he's still got his authority, considering that he's been in the unity government that is not working? Does that weaken him in any way?
Oh, definitely it weakens him. We should have a credible opposition. It would have been better if he was in opposition to hold the government to account.
So what are your words to Mokin Tsvangirai then? What do you think he should do?
Well, definitely to pull out of that unity government. Anyway, I've heard reports of that unity government dissolving in February anyway. So I think it's a good thing for Zimbabwe. We need to have credible opposition.
There are already reports of people being victimized and intimidated already before the elections are even. They're still drawing near, but they're not even here yet. But people are already being intimidated into voting, and obviously voting for the government that's in power. What's your take on it?
Well, if people are going to vote, it's better they vote for the opposition. And well, your vote is your secret. No one will know. But my fear is, after voting, we will definitely, MDC will win the election. There is no doubt about that. MDC will win the election, especially if their octogenarian leader is standing for the presidency. Who in their right mind would put someone in nearly 100 to stand for president? He would definitely lose. But then, winning the elections, like I said, is not a problem for MDC. But would ZANU-PF accept the results of the elections? We've seen this happening in 2008. He lost the elections, but still he managed to get back into power. Will he accept the elections this time? We need observers for the elections to be held in a free and fair atmosphere, and for the results to be accepted as well.
Mr. Tendai, the finance minister, has asked the SADC leaders to intervene, obviously calling more on Jacob Zuma, considering that he's the neighbor. And do you think they have any power of Mugabe to influence him to do the right thing?
Well, most of those the leaders in the region, they held Mugabe in such high esteem because of his involvement in the liberation struggles throughout the region. So I don't think anyone will ever criticize Mugabe openly. And honestly, I don't think they will do much to help our cause. I don't think they'll do much to help our cause. I mean, it's up to us Zimbabweans to really liberate ourselves.
So what's your final word to Robert Mugabe?
Well, to Robert Mugabe, I would like to say it's time to go. It's time to go. You have taken the country almost half a century back. If you look at the country now, it's just in chaos. It's just in chaos. I don't know the percentage of industries, the manufacturing industry that's still working in Zimbabwe. The rate of brain drain. How many professionals have left the country because of the misrule by Robert Mugabe? I think it's time for him to go. If the elections are to take place, which in my opinion, we are not ready to have elections. If they are to take place, he should just accept the results of the election. He should listen to the people for once in his life. He should listen to the people. We have suffered long enough.
Okay, all right. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you for having
me. The message is still that Mugabe must go because things are not well. The violence in Zimbabwe is not right, and people are not happy with it. So people will still come here every Saturday to march, to dance, calling on the government to go and free the people of Zimbabwe. That's all from me. Thank you.